Oh. I don't know if it's going to keep the same chat room or not. But I do believe they're getting ready. I don't think this is the start. Nah. I don't think Jonathan was over there and ready to go right away. Well, apparently he was. Wow. Almost didn't make it in time. All right, so we are at the finals. Looks like Jonathan might start off with a jump shot to make either the 9 or the 13. He just called one of them, and I'm not sure which one. There we go. Man, these guys jumped right up on it. Jonathan Grant is the hot seat man. He is a 580. Abel Lopez is a 598. It's a very, very close in rating. Hopefully everybody will get back in here. Enough room in Lincoln City? What do you mean? Do I think there's going to be enough room in Lincoln City to have a tournament? Is there something I'm missing? Did I miss something? Building burned down or something? What you mean, James? Oh, no. Only got 30 tables here at this event. We only had room for 30 tables. No, Lincoln City, we can squeeze in 80. My mistake if I wasn't clear. Sometimes I ramble on. But I'm thinking you misheard me on that one. But yeah, we can only put in 31 tables here. Play. We got just enough room for 31 tables and 3 vendors. And it's a little on the crowded side, especially this morning when the teams first started. But I still even if I adjusted the floor plan a little bit tighter, I don't think I can get more than 32 in here. Just wouldn't be any room to move around and stuff. It's a small casino. It's a cool little casino, but it's pretty small. This casino, well, you have the hotel. The hotel's a decent-sized hotel. Maybe 12 floors tall, or 10, maybe 10 floors tall. The hotel's pretty decent. Then there's a corridor between the hotel and the casino. But the casino is, Well, I don't know. This room is probably maybe 90 feet by 90 feet. Maybe a little bigger. But the casino is not very big at all. The casino, I want to say, is... it's smaller than a standard Target, I think. Where's all my viewers? You guys can't find us? Come back, wherever you are. Well, Abel's at the table. And he's on fire. We may see a double dip match here. And Jonathan, oh man, I so misspelled his name. I put an extra O in there. Whoop, Jonathan. I don't know if he was out hitting balls on another table or not, but I'm surprised he jumped on this table and started so quick. What up, Amy? You want to sit? No. No?
Okay. We're gonna have to turn.
You're gonna what?
Up early so that we can go find something to eat.
Sure you want to close? It's gonna be your last shot. Tomorrow there'll be like nothing happening. James, dude, I told you, this joke can't get old. Because Abel gets to the table. And it never gets old. Hey, Texas. That's all I got, man. I'm getting old. I'm slow. I don't know. I've been suffering from COVID, closure. You don't understand, dude. I live in a mobile home with grandma in the house, too. Be happy I don't talk gibberish. That's why I just kind of sit in my office all day and play Call of Duty and yeah. We did a lot of gardening this summer though. Bonnie grew like, God, 3/4 of the food. We were feeding like 4 or 5 other neighbors this summer. It was kind of nice. She was growing everything. Didn't know I married a farm girl. Yep, we back. Sorry you guys all got lost. Nice shot. Coming around. Probably shoot to 11 first. Drift over to the left side of the table. Then pop to 14. Roll forward. Shoot to 8 all the way up in the upper left-hand corner. No point in getting fancy. Appreciate it. Oh, he went above. And wow. Oh, overcut it a tad. Well, Abel's going to have to deal with that 6 ball. That's brutal. Appreciate it, Thomas. Every little bit helps. You the man, you the man. Well, I'd go for it now. Yeah, I don't like that. I'd go for shape on that right now, that 6. With that shot. Because if you don't get there, you still got the 5 and 7 as, you know, safety balls. Definitely the 5. It's in the jaws of the pocket. You don't have to worry about it. I don't like playing a safe here because it's too easy to go rail first and hit that 8 ball. Yeah, he's going to just play for the bank. He didn't quite get where he wanted to be. Oh, does it go by the 8? Wow. Well, see, if that was the case, I'd have played for that sooner anyway. Because he could have been closer to it. Oh, nope. I did. I wandered off a little bit. It happens, man. If one of you guys ain't holding my hand, I can just drift off to nowhere. You just never know. My wife says it all the time, every time we go to Walmart. She's like, we gotta go get groceries. And the next thing I know, she's yelling at me, comes over to electronics. Where you been? Like, same place I go every time I go to Walmart. I go to electronics. There ain't nothing else in Walmart worth looking at. uh, 1-1 in the first set. They're racing to 5. Jonathan Grant is a 580. Abel at the table. Lopez is a 598. I'm going to kill you with there, James. It's just going to keep coming at you. Why not? Okay, Hank, just like throw a lasso around my leg or something. Or a tracker. But if you let me wander off, man, just it's on you. You got to keep up. Nah, see, you ain't trying to get me in trouble. My woman's too smart. She'd be like, if I say that to her, she'd be like, what do you mean? I didn't know where to look. I had to look through the whole damn store. Make me feel guilty. Plus, I gotta be nice to my wife. I pulled a dirty trick on her a long time ago, and she won't let me get away with no more. I used up all mine. She burst an appendix. It was like, I want to say it was like April. It was in April. It was like 15, 20 years ago. We were living in Alaska at the time. She went into the hospital, got her there. The doc's like, yeah, we're going to go. We have to go in. We have to do surgery right away, blah, blah, blah. This surgery should only take, maybe 30, 40 minutes. Well, they started the surgery. The doc or the nurse or whoever comes out and says, hey, Mr. Jones, we thought the surgery was going to go quick. But apparently her appendix and intestines were all wrapped around each other and some weird stuff. And I'm like, of course, my wife's always difficult. So he said, like, the surgery's going to take like an hour and a half. And, you could go home and come back if you want. So a couple hours later, they rolled her to the room, and she was still out cold, and the nurse let me and Kenny go into the room, and we're sitting in there waiting for her, and I was telling Kenny, I said, hey, watch this, watch. So what happened is we had a freak snowstorm, and the window's right there, and it's snowing like crazy. I was like, when your mom comes to, just play along. He's like, no. He's like, I'm like, come on, man, just play along. It'll be funny. He's like, okay, cool. Just connecting the dots here. So, I don't know. It seemed like it was about an hour later she come to, and it's snowing, and the sun was already going down, and oh, Kenny, go get the doctor, right? I'm like, I got this panic in my voice, and Kenny gets up and he steps out of the room, and I told him, I told him what I was going to do for that part, and just step out of the room. So he's standing around the corner listening, and I'm like, oh, baby, so glad to see you get up. Just don't move. Kenny's getting the doctor. She's like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm like, you've been in a coma for 6 months. I said, look, it's snowing, it's winter. It's already October or whatever the hell, And we played that on for about 4 hours. And then one of our friends showed up to come visit, see how she was doing. They refused to play along. I really wanted to run with it for like a couple days because she was in the hospital for a few. But didn't get to. She's been mad as hell at me for that for a long time. I thought it was funny. I played it good too. I literally had a tear in my eye. It was good. Ask her one day. If you see us at a tournament, ask her how long she was in a coma. She brightens right up. Her eyes bug out of her head. And she goes, "What do you know that, son?" I played it so good. Kenny played it along well too. He did a good job. 2-1. I think, right? 2-1. Seems like these two have been playing longer than that. Probably not. I just got lost in my ramble. Pretty decent break. I do believe the stripes are runnable. 2-ball would be the only issue with the solids, I think. And, of course, the starting shot, which could be the 6 or the 1. The 9-ball might be an issue. I can't tell you if it goes by the 2 into the lower left, though. Yeah, no, the doctor didn't play along. The nurses didn't. Yeah, we didn't see them for a while. It was like 4 hours. We had her going for 4 hours. It was so. I don't think. Yeah, it was long enough ago that you didn't have video on your cell phones back then. Honestly, I'm not even sure we had cell phone yet. Damn, I'm old. If we did, it was like those little cheap-ass flip phones. It was funny, though. What up, Kenny? I was telling the chat room about the time that we told your mama she was in a coma.
I think there's no more crossover. I think I solved the last of the crossover.
You think you got her all figured out?
Only because they're playing the finals.
All right, yeah. How far behind is he going to put us? As he walks away, can't hear me. How far does it put us behind? How far behind does it put us? That's not too bad because we can't load out till Monday morning anyway. Once it gets dark here, we can't do anything out that back door.
11 o'clock stop.
I remember the last time we did that event, and we tried to load out in the dark, and you were holding flashlights, and the only thing that saved us is we only had to stack them 3 high in that truck. 5 high in the dark here would be impossible. Damn, Hank. Yeah, no. I was just telling somebody the story about when Kenny was little. That's what you still had the phone attached to the wall, had the long curly cord. That's when Kenny would misbehave the most, because when Mama was on the phone, he knew he could hide from her reach. You know what I miss the most? Do they even have them now? Probably not. It's been ages since I even tried. Remember when you could call the operator and ask the time, or they had the phone number. Then they had the phone number 4 times. But yeah, you could call the operator and they go, "How can I help you, sir?" And you'd be like, "Can I get the number to whatever the hell?" It's funny because we were just having this conversation the other day about how, well, the conversation started because of the way politics has changed and all that. And I'm not getting into any political debates on here, but then we started, it's like, well, in my lifetime, how technology has changed. And then, my grandparents would talk about how technology changed for them. But think about this in the pool world. How cool would it be to get somebody that, passed away in the 50s or the 60s and bring them into the pool world today and see what they think of, the better cloth, the better tables, the balls, just everything. It would be so fascinating and interesting to hear that from somebody that didn't see the transition, because you don't get the same story from the people that lived through the transition of technology, because it comes to them at a much slower pace. But the shock of the transition of somebody that didn't see the technology advance for a long time, I think would be absolutely fascinating. There's Railbirds is back. Team Michigan is Lonnie Fox. Yep, expect that. CJ Spack, Renee Havel, Betts Sundholm, and Jen Polk versus Ohio. Julie Skirpak, Cooper, Amy Thurvold, Tatum Cutting, Angela Janik, and Chelsea Hoyt. That's going to be a pretty good match, I think. 2-2. Abel is at the table. Oh, the Carter administration. Man, I really think Carter... See, because that's back when politics were friendly. I think Carter's probably highly underrated president. Definitely a very decent human being. I don't think anybody could argue that, no matter what your political stance is. Just a really good person. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, I know some 80-year-old guys, 70-year-old guys, and they've seen it all, but they saw it while it was happening. So the transition's not the same for them as if somebody had a 30-year gap in their life, right, in the middle, and then you just bring them back and go, hey, look at what we got now. They don't see the transition from thick, nappy green cloth to not so thick green cloth to, smooth, fast rolling blue cloth. That would be pretty interesting. Excuse me. Would be interesting. It would be nice. Somebody needs to hurry up and get that time machine thing done first so I can make a lot of money really quick. Second, so I can go do those kind of things. Now, I don't know how many of you guys are movie buffs. And hold on. Let's see if Abel at the table can sink this 8 in the corner to take a 3-2 lead. Boy, he blew that rack through quick. 3-2 lead. So I'm really into movies and stuff. I like that stuff. Somebody like Walt Disney, who innovated a lot of technology to make film and animated movies and that stuff, right? So when I think about the technology in movies, I think Disney and how they did all that, and then you slowly creep up to color and all that, and move on and move on and move on, and then all of a sudden you got George Lucas, who took it to a whole new level, right? Did it with models and just, Star Wars was so far ahead of its time, and then you got Spielberg with Jaws and mechanical sharks and trying to make that look real, and then bam, you have CG. So for me, I got to watch the transition. Now, some of that transition I didn't quite understand because I was too young. Well, Disney died several days before I was born, so I didn't witness it live, the Disney stuff. But I grew up watching Disney, and then really got into the animation part and the science of it and all that, and thought that was really cool. At the same time, I was witnessing, Star Wars and all that stuff. So I saw it as it happened. So how cool would it be to bring Disney, who had to create these, like the multi-plane projector to do animation and give that a 3D effect, right? Or, depth. And then you skip Star Wars and he doesn't see all that, and then you come in and go, hey, look, we can do all this with a computer and bring all this animation to life. It would be cool to see his thoughts and reactions to that. And it also would be cool to see what he could create with today's technology. Anyway. Yeah, no, I mean, look, 3-3. We got a battle happening here. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I mean, go back and look at it now. I mean, the characters are... Snow White is not your typical female character, but look at the animation and look at that. The quality of that holds up to anything done today. So... And when you consider when it was made, It's just, yeah, I mean, that thing was made in 1937, I think. Almost 100 years ago, 90 years ago. Yeah. So, and then look how much easier it is to do that kind of stuff now. I mean, they had hundreds of people painting cells and just the hours, and I think all that stuff is fascinating as hell. And you can do the same thing with pool, right? I mean, take the guys from the 50s and 60s and ask them about today's. I would love to see Willie Moscone play on a diamond table, or, you know, whoever. I just think it would be interesting. Fargos. The Fargos are Jonathan Grant's at 580. Ava Lopez is at 598. Acid trip. Come on, man. I haven't touched acid since 84. Last time I did acid, I was sitting on the damn, now I can't even think. I was sitting on the roof of the little house back there by the pool at Grant High School in Portland, Oregon. I wasn't a big fan of acid. It wasn't as much fun. Back then, coke was my choice of drug. Yeah, shrooms are legal. What else did they legalize? I know a lot of people are freaking out about it, but if you look at the studies and the data where they've decriminalized drugs in a lot of countries, overdoses and stuff have massively dropped. I also think this stupid ass country should legalize marijuana everywhere and tax it to the point that we can give health care to all Americans. I mean, obviously you would have to, cut spending on some bull crap and use some of that, and, instead of taking, yeah, don't get me started. I mean, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that they spent $9 billion on elections. It's crazy. Yeah. Well, James, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it, dude, but cases where they've decriminalized drugs in other countries, the results have been good. And I have a hard time with people smoking a joint and going to jail, right? And when I'm not Oregon, it's legal, so that's cool. But I'm just saying, I mean, why can a guy go get drunk and sit in his living room and be a jerk, and the cops get called because he's being abusive to his wife because he's drunk, and we allow that to continue to happen? And, I can't go do a line of coke and get my yard work done quicker. I mean, they all do damage to us, don't they? I'll quit talking about drugs because some kids might be. Don't do drugs, people. Get high on life. Let's all work on making the world a better place for all people. We just teach everybody to play pool. $11 billion, Kevin said. I know, it's insane, dude. I mean, we live in a country that spends so much money on Stupid things. There's Kenny. What's the number? How many empty houses in America?
It's like 500,000 empty residences.
500,000 empty homes, and at any given night, we have how many homeless in America?
Like half of that.
How many?
I don't. I'd have to look at the.
It's like a tenth of as many
We could
houses.
house everyone.
Right. Yet,
No. 18.6 million empty homes. 500,000 homes.
18 million empty homes in America, 500,000 homeless people every night in America. Now, think about that for a moment. 18 million empty homes. Granted, some of those might not be livable. But I think the stat was livable. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'll give you that. But let me ask you. Don't we think we have a jacked up system when you have that many homes empty and the prices are still ridiculous? It's not supply and demand. We got some really jacked up policies. We got some really jacked up tax write-offs that allow people to keep the value of their houses really high. And we have 18 million empty homes, 500,000 people homeless. And how many of us rent crap because the banks won't let us buy a house because the prices are jacked? Let's fix this all. Hey, Hank is using big words now. 3-3, Abel's at the table. That's for you, James. With ball in hand. It's connect the dot time. I predict he'll shoot the 3, the 7, the 6, the 5, and then the 8. Could be wrong. I feel like talking tonight. I don't know what's up. Yeah, Russell, you didn't see that they was playing pool. We could see they're playing pool. He got a little out of whack on the 7, and then a little out of whack on the 6. So, but he could still just shoot the 5 in there and be okay for the 8. He would have rather been in a better position on this 5 to the shape to the 8, but see, because he's going away from the 8. It's all good. Me too, man. I'm kidding with you, Russell. It's all good. What a shot. Nice shot. Don't know why he chose to get himself so tough on that, but it worked. Yeah, back in my day, it was I gotta do cocaine so I can work more hours, so I can make more money, so I can buy more coke, so I can work more hours, so I can make more money. Chasing the drain. Look, everything is bad for you if you overdo it. As adults, you would like to think people wouldn't overdo it. But we all know that just isn't a reality, is it? These guys are playing really good, really good. Yet moderation is the key. But we just don't seem to have that in us well, I'll just say as Americans, but as people, we're not real good at doing things at moderation, are we? Abel's on the hill. If he wins, we're doing another set. If Jonathan can manage to pull it off, it's over and he'd be the champion. Yeah, as humans, I'm with you, Hank. As humans, we suck at moderation. I'm guilty. I love candy. Now I'm fat. It happens. What's up, Justin Glenn? How you doing? Better to say as Americans? I think for the most part, people, humans struggle with moderation. I think globally, for the most part, what other people like to call civilized. I have no doubt. I think there are some tribes out in the sticks that probably don't abuse things like people that are modernized or whatever you want to call it. I don't know why that is, but I think civilization, for some crazy reason, has created, I don't know, a mindset that allows us to think we can do whatever we want, whenever we want, and we don't control ourselves. We all do it. Some are better than others. I miss Summerfield completely, man. We wanted him to come, but he had a real job gig. He had to put some money in his pocket. So I really wanted I want Summerfield, and I'd like to have Summerfield and Mike Deichman and a couple others do most of the commentating. I think I start rambling and don't I don't do it in moderation. I just ramble on sometimes. I struggle talking about pool for 8 hours. I do. And guys like this, we know what they're shooting. He's going to shoot 8. I'm guessing he's going to kick at it and try to make it in the side because the one helps. And yeah, no, I like Summerfield. I think he's a really good commentator. I enjoyed working with him in the booth at Nationals the very few times I got to. I promise you, it sucks to ramble on in the booth, but when you're by yourself, if I don't keep talking, then I find I have these huge quiet moments, and people are like, "Is the sound working?" On and on. Yeah. The Ramble On self-help group. Well, I got a feeling Abel's going to get out here and we're going to do another set because that's just how it goes. When I need it to go single set, that never happens. I think so, Hank. I agree. Yeah. So when we created our own stream channel, the goal was to have a couple people sit here and talk like they're a couple people sitting in a bar watching somebody play pool. And the chat room are the people that walk into the room and go, "Hey man, what's up?" Right? And then we engage with the chat room. We engage with the, you know, um, Hill. Jonathan could put this away right now. He's just got to win this game. So, I mean, that's kind of our, that's kind of what we wanted to do. I really think a lot of the chat rooms are neglected. I'd rather feed off of the chat room. If you don't like what we're saying, hop in the chat room and steer the conversation. You know, I think most of the people that watch our streams know what the players are trying to do, or, you know, at the amateur level, half the time I say what I think they should do, and then they don't do that. So how old does that get, right? At the pro level, you know, we could crank it up a little bit and say what they should be doing, and usually, you know, we're very, very close to correct most of the time. But at the amateur level, sometimes I like to engage and be helpful. Maybe throw out something I see that could help their game or something. Sometimes I go too far, but you know what? It's just commentary. You get over it. It's all good. Other times the chat room engages and I run with that. Sometimes everybody goes away and I find myself been talking to myself for a half hour and don't know what happened. But yeah, being in the booth by yourself, it kind of sucks, but, you know, we've been out of work for 8 months, so we didn't want to bring any extras. Yes, 580 is amateur. Yep. This is an amateur tournament. Basically, CSI, and I would agree pretty much 100% that anything under 720 is amateur. Now, at 720, you're a damn good amateur. But basically, the pro circuit starts at 720 and goes up. But I also feel like when, you know, you got a couple of 580s, 600s, just watch them play. So if I stray off in a conversation, I think everybody's okay with it. If you're not, you could turn off the sound, move to another channel, whatever. I can't make everybody happy, so. I love that one, James. Yeah, you know, I would love to, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe we could do it. Maybe we could pull it off in Oregon. Maybe I could come up and, like, record. This is my idea, Kevin, so you just leave it alone. Maybe I can come up there and set up during Lincoln City tournament, like during Scotch. It might be interesting, or just singles, and record a match. And then before the tournament's over, pull you guys off into a side room and have you have somebody, like, get both players into the commentating booth and talk to them and go, hey, you know, like, what were you thinking here? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Stuff like that. Well, looks like Jonathan could put this away and be our champion in the 8-ball single platinum division. I sure hope Lincoln City happens. I need the money. I'm broke. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I think we're going double dipping. Wow. Wow. The whole room got quiet. Did you hear how quiet the room got? Oy vey. Going to the second set, just when you thought you got rid of me. Oh, you're stuck with me for a whole nother set. All right, what are we going to talk about now? What's y'all's favorite pool movie? Gotta ask that at least once a year. Oh, you over there promoting your stuff on my channel, man. You gotta, like, let us know what the hell you're talking about. Maybe we could do some business together. Pool hall junkies? Really, James? I like B-rate movies too, though. It's all good. Like zombie movies. Nah, actually, I like pool hall junkies. It's okay. As a pool player, it's a little frustrating, but it's alright. It's like, I look at, like, The Hustler is like this dark, dramatic show. And then The Color of Money is like the hero kind of show. And then Pool Hall Junkies is like the teenage, it's like the Breakfast Club kind of show, right? I mean, it's the, so I like a lot of the pool movies, but yeah, it's I like the variety of it. Anybody see that movie Nine Ball with Jennifer Beretta? I think she did a pretty good job. I think the movie was, meh. But I think she did it. I was impressed. I was shocked because, I mean, I don't think I could act. Yeah, I don't think I could do it. It'd have to be me. I'd have to be as natural as I could be. But I'll tell you right now, dude. We're thinking about doing some other projects, and some of those projects I want to do, I would have to get in front of a camera. It's going to take some work for me to do, because as soon as I get in front of a camera, as soon as the camera's pointed at me, man, I'm like, it feels so wrong. Just my point. Yeah, no, I think the movie was horrible. I think Jennifer Beretta was good, and I think she was very, very good. I was shocked. I like Jennifer. She's a really sweet lady, too. Really nice. I like her. She's alright. And she's pretty. But I like her because she's nice. Yeah. Well, and I mean, was it the ending shot where she, like, kicks the 9 into the corner? It's, like, down on the bottom rail, frozen. Like, anybody would ever kick that shot. I mean, why wouldn't you 4-rail it, or I don't know. The kick was, it's like, I can't imagine any pro ever shooting that shot in a tournament, ever. I mean, not a 9-ball game. That just seems so ridiculous. Amphibian style? You mean ambidextrous? Wow, James, come on, brother. We got some young referees. I think we got a couple in their 30s. But yeah, problem is for referees is the pay sucks. And they basically need to be retired so they can go to any tournament. And independently wealthy people that are young aren't going to go to ref pool tournaments. Well, oh. Now he's got to be careful. Now I think he wants to be, closer to the 3 is what I was going to say before he shot it, so that he can shoot this ball on the right side and come down, not quite to where the chalk is on the side rail there, below the side pocket. Oh, I got one better for you. We're going to do... No, I can't tell you. I told somebody last night. I think I mentioned it in the stream. We got a show we're working on that I think a lot of you will like. If I can just scrape up a little more money to put somebody out on the road to do it. Might have to talk to Railbirds. They got extra cash flow when they would partner up on the idea. Kevin's like, what? What? Huh? What? And just like the last set, Abel at the table. Got the first game in the stable. I woke up tired yesterday and today. Does that make me retired? Hey, be careful, Surf. Giving up my ideas now. I was actually talking to Kevin at Railbirds. I have a show in mind. That I think would be cool as hell. Of course, we got to get leagues playing first. Well, what's going to happen? Oh. Did I miss something, Hank, or you just type the words rhetorical question and make us wait? Oh, yep. Well, I guess he's shooting a 7. I'm going to try to get that 9 out of there so the 6 will go. 2 ball's still a trouble ball. Hey! Did you see that corkscrew stroke he put on that? He did. He put a corkscrew stroke on that shot, trying to force that ball in there. That's all good. I got lost somewhere in the conversation. $126 watching, 11 likes. I'm pretty sure we can get more likes. And the wonderful 2 dislikes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Free stream. Dislike those free streams. Those people talk too much. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, very nice, very nice. That was a very good shot. Yeah, you'll shoot this 13 in the lower left, pull back over, shoot the 9. Oh, nope. He's going to go 14, then the 9. Oh, watch out. Don't get too close to that rail. This is a little better option than what I was saying because of where the 12 is. Oh. Well, that absolutely shocked me. I thought he'd pull back, but clearly the angle was different than what we can tell from here. Can he not see the... It don't matter. I was thinking he could see the 12 from there and never looked that way. But when you bank like that, oh, who cares? Oh. Poo-poo. Well, Jonathan's a pretty damn good shot, but I think I'd quit shooting the 8 to that corner. It's not working for him. And I'm just kidding. You think that, well, so old man Ferguson, I think the Moscone Cup is going to happen, and here's why. Because they moved the venue to a place where they can basically quarantine all the players, I guess. The hotel is right there, and they can, I don't know if they would do it without a crowd, but I think they can make money at it anyway, because they got that damn whatever streaming thing that charges you $20 or whatever. So I don't know. I think it can happen. I hope it can happen. I'm exhausted from this. We have to do something. I'm not saying that I don't believe the scientists, and I'm not. Whoop, I'd marked that way early. It better go. Thank you. I didn't want to jinx him. Yeah, traveling could be, but I think they're going to keep flights. Well, yeah, I guess the other countries. If it blows up in America, they may not let the Americans fly. The virus numbers keep creeping up, so that could be. Maybe we should ship Team USA to Canada really quick. See if we can get them up there. Well, they might not even let us up there right now. Put them on a boat. Do it now. Put them on a rowboat. They can get over there in time. Well, Canada told me. James is asking a question. He says, how can you go on vacation to a different country when they put you on quarantine for 2 weeks? Well, you have to go on a 4-week vacation for one. Canada told me that we could go up there, but we would have to quarantine for 2 weeks before we were allowed to do anything. So, If I wanted to go to Canada right now and do a pool tournament, I could drive up there, quarantine for 2 weeks, and do a pool tournament wherever they were allowing pool tournaments. So, yeah. In my own personal, okay, so surf topics, we're going to go there. If there was no media or government promoting the so-called pandemic, would I believe, in my own personal experience, would I think a pandemic exist? The fact that I have about a dozen family members that are nurses, one that is a respiratory therapist, and a doctor, absolutely. And the stories I've heard, you would rather not hear. I'm not going to argue numbers or any of that stuff with anybody, but there's something happening. More people are dying than normal. That can't be disputed. And I believe my family. So, yeah. And it doesn't have to be deaths to make it a pandemic either. The cost and expenses of medical and Abel's on fire this set. 3-0. So, but I don't want to get in a debate on, you know, I'm a data guy. I like data. That's why I like Fargo. That's why I run tournaments based on data. There's a lot of things I look at. When all this started happening and a lot of people were saying it was fake, I was looking at data. And then the people that say it's not real, they argue with, well, the data's not real. Well, where's your data to prove that this data is not real? Are there people that may have been marked wrong on their deaths? Sure, that happens with everything. Of course, I'm not going to deny that. However, there are a lot more deaths than normal. So how many people died of this that never went to the doctor? Poor people don't go. I don't know if any of you have ever been in really poor areas. They just don't go. So when they die, who's testing them? If the tests at the beginning weren't available, who tested them? Nobody. You just put the body in the ground and move on. I mean, that's the crappy nature of the world. So let's stay on happy notes. When this tournament's over, I got to go home and quarantine my grandmother into her bedroom for 2 weeks because we don't want her to get sick. High risk. Not Zombieland, Russell says. I'm not sure. We haven't been in Zombieland for a long time. There are a lot of dumb sons of bitches walking around. Yeah, walking around like zombies. So, what a shot. I'll tell you what, Abel is in a groove right now. Yep, he's hitting them good. He's about to be on the hill here. That was a great shot, wasn't it? Abel! He is able. He just ran the table. That's for you, James. So just stay safe out there, folks. Watch pool. Don't risk it. Yeah, Grandma, I call her the human nightlight. She had a stroke about 6 years ago, so She moves really slow. She's okay. She just like, the left side don't work so good. She walks with a cane. But she gets up in the morning and she scrolls over to her recliner and she sits in the recliner and then she just, like, she's a nightlight. It's like she's got the iPad plugged into the wall. She just doodles on the iPad for 12 hours and then goes to bed. She'll watch TV with us, but the iPad's still going. Whatever game she plays on it, she just loves that damn game. Every once in a while, she'll pop her head up and go, "What'd they say?" But it sucks to make her stay in her bedroom for 2 weeks, but I feel like that's the right thing to do. Especially after, being here. I mean, it's stupid for us not to try to take all the precautions we can. I mean, it's not hurting her. I'd rather she just be a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, we talked to her through the door. Better for her to be okay in the bedroom for 2 weeks and stay safe than yeah, dude. That miss for Jonathan to miss that 8 in that last game for the win. This set has just got to be crushing. I feel for him. Yeah, make sure Grandma's got the iPad. Slide her food under the doorway. She actually likes being in quarantine because then we have to wait on her hand and foot. Kenny or Bonnie will put on all the mask and stuff, and we wipe down the TV tray and slide the food in the TV tray through the door and then go away, and then she kicks the door when it's time to pick it all up. So if she's not in quarantine, we're like, yeah, you get the hell up and go to the kitchen table and eat. I'm bringing it to your chair, damn it. Jessica, why are you so late to the show? You missed all the fun topics. Uh-oh, could this be the tide turning? Could it be? I promise you, dude, I'm not giving Grandma a bell to ring for me to... No. Hell no. A butler is not in my genes, man. If somebody rings a bell and wants me, we got a problem. That's why I don't work at a counter where there's bells. I'm not a butcher. I'm not a bellhop. No ring bell for Rick Jones. Nope. I can't believe you went to a different tournament than mine. I am so disappointed, Jessica. I thought we had an understanding. Yep. Nope, can't do the bell. Ring the bell, get something chucked. With great velocity. No ring bell. Nice cut. Where's it gonna land? Landed okay. 3-ball goes. Got to turn the tide here, Jonathan. You can fight back. He won 4 in a row. You can win 4 in a row. I'm shooting the 4 first. Oh, likely story started a new job. Didn't have time for the Bad Boys tournament. I guess I can let it slide this time. Let's not make a habit of it. I know he needs 5 in a row. I just want him to win. I just said Abel won 4 in a row. He could win 4 in a row. Then they could battle out the last one. Calm down, calm down. This is Platinum Division. James over here being all mathematical, and because I figured he was going to win this one, so 4 more after this one. Critique, 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 critique. Abel is a 598. Holy moly. Damn, talk about getting lazy. I make half the balls on the break. Maybe that didn't go. I can't see now. How many did he make? 3? Four. Damn. From the Dominican Republic. Fabrico, how you doing? Did I say that right? To put the... do you guys have that in the Dominican? Is it Fabrico Hatch? Do you say Hatch? Or is it Hache? Or is it just Hatch? See, Fabrico, I made you popular already. Everybody wants to talk to you. I'm secondhand now. Fabrico. I thought I said that really good. What do you think, Jessica? Did I do that right? See, everybody went off to talk to Fabrico. I was like, all right, well, Abel's at the table, James. Oh, didn't get to the 4. He should be okay, though. As long as that 3 is below the side enough that he can go to the side rail, just below the side. Do it with a lot of right-hand spin, and he'll go back to the other side above the side pocket. Did he get enough spin? Yep. Just like that. He's playing really good. For here, we're just doing the BC. It's just BCA, but if you're a USA League player, you could play them both. I think this is it, folks. I think Abel is going to finish the table. And Abel Lopez is your 2020 CSI Oklahoma State 8-ball Platinum Division champion. Platinum champion. Abel wins. He is the champion. Hey, while y'all are sitting there, all 148 of you, please hit that like button. I really think at least half of you should hit the like button. How do we not have 75 likes? No problem, Hank. Love having you in the room, man. Really appreciate it. This is probably the last stream of the night. I'm old, I'm tired, and Jessica won't talk to me no more. That's it, folks. We done. Anybody want to talk about anything? Fabrico. I think I said it right. Smash the like button. I can't wait till they got technology so good that when you don't hit the like button, like every 5 seconds or maybe every minute, the stream just goes black until you hit the like button. Like you could set up little penalties or something. Tell you a joke? Let me see. I don't know if I should tell that ain't the worst of it joke. Nah, I gotta have a couple drinks in me to tell that joke. Thank you, Thomas. What do you call a bear with no ears? Uh-oh. Kenny, what do you call a bear with no ears? Or is it, it does... I know, I think I must send Kenny to the bar to buy a drink. They want a joke. What do you call a bear with no ears? A what? I can't hear you through. Bear. Like a bear, like a bear. Oh, good God.
Was that the joke?
Yes.
Oh my God, it was really that simple.
Yes, Jessica told it.
Oh, shame
Boo.
on you. Shame.
Boo.
Shame, Sean. Shame.
Boo. Okay, they want a joke, Kenny.
I don't have a joke.
You don't have a joke?
Where's the camera guy? Text the camera guy so they can get photos.
Oh. I thought he was just here. I thought I saw him come up and doodle stuff. Yeah, all my jokes are really, really long. Jessica, are you old enough to have a 5-year-old daughter? I win. I win. I win. Nicest thing said all week. I win. Maybe next time, Steven, ask me to tell you that I'll have to have a few drinks in me, dude. I don't know. Actually, we are looking for a tournament. I was just talking to Ozzy. We're looking to do a tournament in Florida. We're looking to do like 2 or 3, probably 3 or 4 actually, between Florida and Virginia. Because I don't want to go any farther north than Virginia on the East Coast. Yep. And the chat's still going. Yep. Any of those places, that's what we're shooting for. I definitely want to do at least one in Florida. Honest to God, I wish I could find a place in the Florida Keys to do a pool tournament, because I just think that would be so badass.
So is he selling balls here?
No, can't sell any balls here. Waiting for the big shipment to come. Yeah, I think it would be absolutely awesome to do a tournament in the Florida Keys, because talk about vacation spot, right?
The most important shot in pool is the break. Power and control can be the difference between winning and losing. Introducing 2 new shafts from OBQ. The Aftershock. Built for speed and power, this shaft is designed to transfer all your energy to the cue ball. The Shockwave. This shaft is uniquely designed to promote a more square hit and the ultimate control.
Last time I
OBQs.
had been
Master
to
the
the Florida
break.
Keys, I was like 9 years old. So I was like, we got to go down. Bonnie had never been. So we found a really cheap place to stay in Key Largo. And then, it's 90 miles from Key Largo to Key West. And then you got all the keys in between. So we kept going down and checking all that out. So, yeah, we went down and checked out the Florida Keys. I don't remember seeing any casinos. I really had a blast. I like to do, like we went to see Hemingway's house. I like to go see historical stuff. I think it's cool. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. And there's also some military down in the Keys. So sometimes, if you can contact the right person, like they might be able to give you like an airplane hangar to do a tournament in or something like that, right? They have event centers and stuff. So, yeah, I definitely want to go check out that shit. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, we went and saw the Angel Oak Tree, which is South Carolina, Charlottesville, or not Charlottesville, Charlestonville. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up, but the Angel Oak Tree is like it's where they brought in the slaves originally into the United States. It's that area. And the Angel Oak Tree is like 600 years old. Dude, the Angel Oak Tree is so big that if the shade area that it puts out is over 10,000 square feet, which, to give you perspective, is exactly 10,000 square feet. I think it's 14,000 square feet, but to give you perspective, 10,000 square feet is what I need to set up 40. Yeah, Charleston, there you go. To set up 40 pool tables. So it shades that much space. Awesome. It's so cool. And then, yeah, on the trip we went and saw Monticello and the Angel Oak Tree, and then hit St. Augustine. I love seeing all that. I'm a history buff. I dig all that stuff. Going and seeing Monticello was really cool. Hemingway's house, and yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of America. Bonnie has not seen as much as me. When I was a kid, I was born in California. My mom was born and raised in Indianapolis, Indiana. Then she hooked up with an older fella. She never really told the true story, but basically we could figure out she got pregnant with him, ran away from home, moved to California. Then the big earthquake of 67 happened, and that scared the living crap out of her, and my dad was a very abusive person. So then she ran away home, back to Indiana. So I grew up in Indiana, and we traveled a lot. Every summer we'd go either to Florida or down to the Gulf somewhere. So did a lot of that every summer. My uncle was a truck driver, so when I got older, I'd hop in the truck with him, and he did a lot of East Coast driving, New York and all that. So I rode with him for probably 3 or 4 weeks every summer. So I got to see a lot of the country that way. Then there was 2 or 3 years in a row where we decided to go to California, which my stepdad grew up in Salton Sea, California, and he was pretty cool. He was actually famous there as a water ski instructor when he was young, really young. And my real dad, I was told, was dead for my whole life. I didn't really know him, but he actually went to prison. Here I'm giving you all my whole life story. See, I feel like talking. And he contacted me when I was 20, but I joined the military right out of high school. Got married, did some traveling with the military. Kenny was born in North Carolina, Fort Bragg. After that, well, I mean, I moved from Indiana to Oregon, finished high school in Oregon. Met Bonnie, joined the military, went to North Carolina, traveled around. Went back to Oregon when I got out of the military, and then moved to Alaska, had a hair up my butt. I texted him. Here, Kenny. I'll call, let me see. I gotta call the photographer real quick. So blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I've seen a lot of America, and I'm a believer in memories versus material. So that's why I still haven't bought my first house. Bonnie was born and raised in Portland, and before she met me, she really never got out of Oregon or Idaho. She has family in Idaho. So I like to travel and have experiences. So it's usually what I spend my money on. Anyway, I probably should let you all go. Don't think we're going to be doing any more streaming tonight, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll have a few matches tomorrow before it's all done. Thanks for watching.